Yo, what's up guys, how are you all? Welcome back to another video. So guys, let I remember you that in last video we have started the chapter the moon, and there are total two parts of it, and we have done the first part yesterday and we are going to do the second part today. So guys, let's start. The moon part 2. Landing on the moon. The first successful travel to the moon took place on July 20, 1969. The Kennedy Space Center, Florida, USA launched the spacecraft Apollo 11 on July 16, 1969. Neil Armstrong, Edwin Aldrin, and Michael Collins were the first astronauts to land successfully on the moon. Neil Armstrong was the first person to step on the moon's surface, followed by Edwin Aldrin. However, Michael Collins stayed back in the spacecraft orbiting on the moon. This journey to the moon helped humankind to know about our only natural satellite, artificial satellite. This satellite the satellites that are designed and launched by the humans are called artificial satellite. These satellites are also revolves around the earth in fixed orbits. They also reflect the light of the sun. They are visible during the night. These satellites are about 300 kilometers away from the earth and do not get affected by the gravity and atmosphere of the earth. Sputnik 1. Sputnik 1 was the first artificial satellite launched in 1957 by Russian scientists. Aryabhata. Aryabhata was the first Indian artificial satellite launched in 1975. Since then, many other Indian artificial satellites have been launched, like Bhaskara 1, Rohini, INSAT 1A, INSAT 1D, IRS 1B, and INSAT 2A, etc. Uses of artificial satellites. Artificial satellites were initially launched to help in carrying out research work related to space, universe, heavenly bodies, and the Earth's atmosphere. These satellites help us in many ways. They provide valuable information that help in scientific research. Different satellites serve different purposes. Communication satellites receive and reflect radio and telephone waves. INSAT. India has launched several multipurpose satellites called the INSAT series, which perform communication functions and also provide information on weather region. Space invention. The first person to go to space was a cosmonaut from Russia, Yuri Gagarin, on April 12, 1961. It took him 108 minutes to travel around the Earth. The first woman to travel in the space was Russian cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkova. The first Indian to travel into space was squadron leader Rakesh Sharma, who went into space on April 3, 1984. Kalpana Chawla was the first woman in Indian origin to go into space. India launched its first mission to the moon in October 2008 called Chandrayaan to study the environment of the moon. Some achievements in the field of the space technology and probe by India. Indian Space Research Organization ISRO made history on 15 February 2017 by successfully launching 104 satellites in a single rocket from space station Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh. Chandrayaan 1. India's first mission to the moon was launched on 22 October 2008 from Sriharikota Space Station. The satellite made more than 3,400 orbits around the moon. The most significant result from Chandrayaan 1 was the discovery of the presence of hydroxyl, OH, and water, H2O, molecules on the lunar surface. Successful realization of this mission has led to all-round development in satellite technology. Chandrayaan 2. India's second moon mission, Chandrayaan 2, was successfully launched at 2:43 p.m. on 22 July 2019. The spacecraft had three modules: a lander, Vikram, an orbiter, and rover Pragyan. Chandrayaan 2 successfully entered the lunar orbit on 20 August 2019. Lander Vikram did not make the landing as expected. The mission was 98% successful. Data from orbit will continue to help us understand more about the moon. Mangalyaan. The Mars orbiter, Mission 1, is called Mangalyaan 1. It was launched on 5 November 2013 by the Indian Space Research Organisation (ISRO) from Sriharikota Space Station. It is India's first interplanetary mission. It made ISRO the fourth space agency to reach Mars. After a 298-day transmit to Mars, it was inserted into Mars orbit on 24 September 2014. Extra points. If you can jump 1 meter on the earth, you can jump 6 meters on the moon with the same amount of effort. This is due to the lesser gravity of the moon. You should never look to the sun during a solar eclipse through naked eyes. It can damage your eyes. Thank you guys. That's all for today. Please like and share the video and subscribe the channel, and let's meet in the next video. Goodbye.